I didn't just forget that I was the one who had to talk first. It hit me right as the countdown went to 0, so that's how I'm doing today. How are all of you doing today? I also totally
We're
forgot what day it was
professionals.
for a significant portion of time. I definitely forgot what day it was, so it's totally okay. I was making plans with people earlier, and I was like, yeah, we can do it tomorrow, and then I'm like, fully thought today was Monday. There is no connection up in here in this brain, so we're on the struggle bus today. I'm gonna go around. Unfortunately, we are missing 2 of our lovely players. We are missing a Blaine and we are missing a Mab. A Shannon and a Steven will not be with us this time. They will join us next time. Life has unfortunately gotten in the way, but we still have 4 amazing individuals who will get extra torture today because there are 2 people they don't have to share time with. So, boom. Y'all made the unfortunate decision to play the game when we're missing 2 people. I'm gonna have everyone go around the table, introduce themselves, tell us, yeah, bye geese, tell us who you are, who you're playing, and we'll once again do what the last thing your character remembers doing and thinking. Good luck, because I did not give y'all a recap. I'm gonna start with we lost our 2 top players. I'm looking at the Twitch stream. We're gonna start down at the bottom with the one who looks like he's doing the classic school thing where he's not making eye contact with me in the hopes I won't call on him. Bees, why don't you introduce yourself?
To be fair, I wasn't the only one. All right, Barty wasn't making eye contact too.
I'm actually looking for something on my computer that happens to be on my second screen. Don't you ever call me out again.
All right, so hello everyone, Big B's here. I'll be playing Clay, the Sasquatch. The last thing I remember doing is I think getting elbow deep in some good old delicious food in the kitchen while everybody was banging it out in the living room.
I was gonna say, while everyone else was other parts deep in the living room. Yeah.
Everybody was balls deep in the living room. I was balls deep in some food.
Not everyone. To be fair, it was like 50% of the cast was getting balls deep in the living room. The other 50%, not so much.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's what I remember.
That would be correct. As I believe last where we left you was in the halfway through the refrigerator at that point. We will go up from there to our lovely, lovely witch, JV.
Hello, everyone. So, I'm playing Megara, and so Megara's a witch first and foremost. Just throwing that out there. And last thing that I remember thinking about was a very specific plan. Break into... Why am I spacing on his name?
Marshall?
Thank you. To break into Marshall's office. Steal something from Marshall, but also ostensibly to get the computers back. These were the 2 things. The first part of that, the stealing something from him, was specifically a plan that I had not verbalized to anybody. I did absolutely threaten to murder a child, or rather, allow a child to die. To do this, get into this space. Anyway, that's how that went down. That was a wild time.
I feel like the threat was more to re-kill a child.
It was to undo a thing and let him, to undo a thing, let him enter a coma and probably die, because most likely at this point he's up and walking around. If he falls back into a coma, he might fall onto something sharp. Anyway, throwing that out as a potential reason to hope somebody doesn't fall back into a coma. Anyway, I'm also at this point wearing my "I'll kill some bitches" wig.
So then, rip that child. Rip that child. You're wearing some kill some bitches wig, so damn. We'll go move on to the person who was threatened with the potential harming of a child. Nora.
Yeah, Avery's had a traumatic day. First, they learned that they could phase through walls. Then they got bribed into doing something by trouble involving phasing through walls. And stealing a cop's underwear, I think, is what we agreed to.
Yes. No, the whole outfit, not just their underwear, the whole outfit.
I remember underwear. but we'll go for the whole outfit. And then Megara was like, yeah, I can make that kid fall back into a coma, and Avery didn't have the strength of will to say no. So the last thing Avery remembers is, again, phasing through the wall into Marshall's office. By the way, hi, my name is Nora. I'm playing Avery Roundtree, the sad face, tonight.
The most Avery intro, I think, right there, of like, hi, I forgot to mention who I am. Hello, I'm Avery. The most Avery intro. And last but certainly not least, the individual we thought wasn't going to be here, but actually turned out to be here while we're missing 2 other individuals. Party time.
Everybody, I'm playing Timothy Robble, but you better call him Trouble, or he'll make trouble for you. The last thing I remember, so I have sworn great vengeance upon the cop who decided to sass me, and boy, like, when I get her outfit, her whole life, I mean, her entire life, her freedom will be taken by the time I'm done. I'm just saying, like, it's gonna be over.
I'm ready for this.
I'm
so ready.
And then on top of all of that, past that, I remember, you know, my stuff being ransacked by Marshall and my outfits being stolen that I, you know, liberated from their less talented owners. And now I am Sans outfits. And my parents showed up, and the last thought I thought was, great. They are here.
So before we get into our recap, I will give the same warning I give every time. I warn that Monster Hearts is not a game to be viewed or played by the faint of heart. This game touches on subjects that some may find disturbing. Sex, violence, control, abuse, drugs, alcohol, homophobia, sexism, and racism are just among a few of the topics that could be touched upon in our game. The players before you know each other well and know what lines they can and cannot cross with each other. They also have many safety tools that they can communicate with me if they ever find themselves in a position that causes discomfort. You viewers do not have that luxury to be able to communicate directly with me, so if at any point something is said or done in this game that you are uncomfortable with, please step away, take a minute to take a breath, and come back to us when you feel ready. So, with a quick recap, there was much debauchery, there was much bringing children out of a coma, threatening to put children back in a coma to get people to do the bidding, like their bidding. Marshall ended up, all of you got in trouble for perhaps the magic that was done in the hospital. Several of you were kept in a containment cell, actually in the hospital, but then broke free, either by phasing through walls or distracting the guard with individuals' feminine wiles and just leaving, or just not getting caught in the first place because, you know, fuck getting caught. Marshall, of course, found out about this and decided several things. The first is that he wanted to work with the police, who were obviously very upset for what occurred in the hospital, but also he learned some valuable information from one of your fellow housemates that perhaps one or multiple of the individuals living in this house might not be completely human. That sent Marshall off into a tizzy to take all of your things, wipe all of your hard drives, grab absolutely anything that might signal to the world that you aren't just a normal teenager. So that included many of Trouble's outfits, a lot of Meg's spells and spell books, several items from every individual. Of course, this did not sit well with our teens in any way, shape, or form, so a plan was hatched. One, Blaine was going to go outside and smash all of the computers since they are now useless to everyone. I believe Meg, Avery, and Mab were going to go break into Marshall's office to grab some shit, take their stuff back. Clay was, to my knowledge, not a part of either of those plans, and though Trouble had a plan, he was so rudely interrupted by his parents coming into the home. Something they haven't done very often, but have done every once in a while. So, with that recap, we get started with tonight's game. Trouble. As you sit quietly in the back seat of your parents' massive Escalade, the silence is awkward and deafening. This, of course, is not your first trip outside of town to visit Dr. Mac Mitchell, world-renowned psychiatrist specializing in work with delinquent children. As the car moves through the thick woods surrounding the home, your mother looks back at you from the passenger side. Her eyes are heavy with concern, though you feel as though the concern is more for her image than for you. After all, how bad does it look when your child has shattered someone's knees over something as trivial as a role in the school play? She opens her mouth as though she wanted to say something, but quickly looks away, dejected. Suddenly, your entire body is thrust forward, the seatbelt locking and bracing you back against your seat. You can feel a bruise already kind of forming underneath that polyester. As you adjust yourself to the situation around you, your mother is stunned, staring forward out the front glass of the car. Your father is already clambering out of his seat to rush out of the car to see what on earth you hit. As you two make your way out of the car to the front, before you lies the heavily breathing form of Jake Richards. His signature sweater that usually adorns his shoulders is in tatters. Twigs and leaves stuck to it, scrapes and bruises leave his once picturesque features very heavily swollen. If you didn't know him well enough, you would not have been able to recognize him in the first place. He looks up at you, wheezing. You can see his chest stutter as he is failing to take successful breaths. You have never seen someone this terrified in your life. His eyes continue to flicker back towards the woods in the direction that he came. Suddenly, with what seems to be all of the strength he has left, Drake grabs onto the front of your shirt, thrusting an ornate dagger towards you. The blade itself is held tightly in his grasp, which is causing blood to trickle down his arm and get over the entirety of the front of your shirt. Help. But please, he's hunting me. Jake manages to expel these words before his body falls limp, eyes glazed over, breathing completely ceased.
Oh, I try not to grab the dagger. Hands are up. No fingerprints.
As the dagger clambers to the ground, you can recognize that it is extremely old. Ornate and delicate, the blade itself seems to be coated in silver, and you recognize the initials AG are scrawled into the hilt. Then you begin to see the massive pool of blood form underneath him. There are no visible wounds, sans the ones on his face and a few superficial wounds on his arms that could be possibly creating this much blood. Your father has done nothing. He stands there in shocked silence, paralyzed. What are you doing?
Take out my little handkerchief, and I'm gonna put it around the hilt of the blade.
Okay.
And I'm going to immediately look, more listen, because it's dark out, so we can't really hear. Is there something moving towards us?
You can hear rustling in the woods. It could be an animal, it could be a person, but it doesn't sound as though it's coming towards you any longer. It's kind of side sounds.
I first collect a mental image of the terror that was on his face. I may need it for my future Oscar. So
Bitch, a man died!
So I capture that for like a good 5 seconds. Then when I feel like I have that image of horror in my head, I just like try and mimic it. Like, Dad, you killed him!
Your father kind of looks over at you and just a look of utter confusion, first off. I didn't even see him. He just came out of nowhere. And he's like going for his phone to maybe try and call someone for help.
And I like grab his phone and I'm like, I need you for once in your life, once in your robotic ignorant, maladjusted, boring life to think, what is going to be solved by you calling anyone?
Are you trying to shut down your own father?
I am trying to shut down my own dad.
Why'd you draw cold for me to shut down your father?
I'd love to.
Girl. Girl, this intro, wait.
Ooh, that's a failure.
But I level up, everybody! Hey!
Yay! Your dad has never necessarily been one for violence. But in this moment of sheer terror and now frustration at his delinquent child talking back to him, you don't see it coming. But suddenly you feel the hot pain of a backhand straight across your face. And he looks at you, looks at the body, and then heads back into the car silently to use his phone to call for help.
And I just I rub the side of my face, and I just kind of that move where you're just you're looking at your hand to feel that warmth and see if there was blood there, as I just squeeze my hand very tightly and just say out loud, "Oh, so he has claws." But looking down at the body,
You recognize that this individual is one of the most popular individuals at the local high school. Yeah. And his death will not be taken well by anyone.
Well, this is going to go swimmingly for me. My father kills the most popular boy in school, and I'm obviously going to be blamed for it. I'm assuming my mother is right there as these words.
She's still in the car. She has not moved. From the impact, your mother has actually probably not even
Well, I'm just going to pocket that dagger.
Okay.
AG, do I recognize anyone whose names might
do you want to roll dark to try and figure that out?
I would love to roll dark to try and figure that out.
You sure about that, hon?
That would be a 4.
You know, people who carve their initials or have their initials in some ornate daggers tends not to be something you know a whole lot about. And the members of the town that you do know, you can't connect an AG anywhere.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. Looking around, do I feel like someone's watching me? Besides those 2 idiots in the car.
Besides your loving parents. It's not necessarily a feeling of someone watching you, but there's definitely a very strong presence in these woods. Something that you haven't necessarily... when you go... You know that feeling when you're definitely not afraid of the dark in the basement, but then you have to turn off the light in your basement and you run the fuck up the stairs because something's going to get you no matter what? It's that feeling. You know there's nothing out there, but oh boy, I don't care, I'm still going to run.
So with that, Jeff, dagger pocketed, I'm going to go over to the side of the car and just kind of stand on the outside waiting for whoever to show up because it's going to be a shit show.
As time passes, an ambulance and police arrive. Those of you who are in the house can now hear the commotion that is occurring outside. Avery, from inside Marshall's office, you can hear sirens. Meg from just outside. I believe Avery opened the door on the last session. So from probably in Marshall's office, you can hear sirens. Clay, from wherever you have decided to go, probably eat snacks, you can hear heavy sirens. You also notice that Blaine, though, with the full plan to go outside and smash things with his crew, is no longer there, and nor is Mab. Mab had planned to walk into Marshall's office with you two, but then changed her mind to go check on Blaine. The two of them had gone out to the back of the house and have not returned, nor is there the sound of crunching technology.
Avery's just like, I'm out, and teleports up to their room.
Avery's, Meg, you look, Avery looks at you and goes, nope, and up she goes, up, just out.
You're muted.
Wow.
Well, that's cute. How sweet. How compassionate to not remain with me here on this day. Well, I'm gonna just follow through with my plan to steal something of Marshall's. Because I mean, don't be honest, doesn't really matter what the item is, just whatever is nearest to me. Like, naturally something that is, of course, going to be noticed missing. Like, at that point I'll probably have figured something out. Anyway, so just wanna steal something and leave.
If you're looking for
But
something
you know
that will...
what?
Yeah.
I want to steal something, but I also kind of want to leave, but like out the window. Is there a window in this room?
There is indeed a window in this room. You just want to go out the window, of course, yeah.
There's no like good reason for this. I just figure like, oh, walking outside the door feels like a problem. You just jump out the window real quick.
Man. So if you're looking for something that is very obvious that you've stolen, you can steal your records or someone else's records. If you are looking for something that is a little less obvious that was taken, you could take something personal of Marshall's.
Yes, that's what I want to do. Something personal of Marshall's. Yes.
You've now taken his flask.
Is there anything in it?
Yes.
Fabulous. I am not going to drink it, but I simply am pleased to know that information. I would like wait, okay, sorry, I think I got already, because that's how my brain works on this particular evening. Is there a window, did you say?
There is a window that you can just jump your merry ass out of if you wish.
Fabulous. I like push it up without like breaking it. But, like, clearly also there's a window that is open.
Very obviously, someone has been in this room and now has left the window open.
Okay, cool. I'd like to close the door, lock the door, then exit.
But leave the window open. Okay. The door is now closed and locked, but the window is wide open, letting in, like, you know, a nice, cool nighttime breeze. Clay, what are you doing when you hear these wonderful sirens begin?
Just kind of like scoops everything in his arms that was on the table and just kind of starts making his way up to his room.
He's like, fuck, all right, well, let's go. You kind of pass by Avery's room and have noticed now Avery, who was definitely downstairs, and you remember that, is now upstairs.
He's gonna like stop mid-step.
Avery is face down on the floor on their pile of clothes and is just like, nope. Like just hands over their head. Like, if I can't see it, it doesn't exist.
The child method.
He's gonna knock on the door with his foot. Are you dead?
No.
Okay. Are you okay?
This is a little too much.
Yeah. I'm gonna go sit in my room and eat snacks. You can have some if you want.
I've got my own snacks, but thank you.
Okay. And he's just gonna walk off, go into his room and sit down and just start munching again.
All right. Meg, are you making your way towards the sirens, or are you just jumping out the window and then heading back upstairs?
Oh, absolutely towards the sirens. I feel like that just feels there's some kind of action there. Don't know what that's gonna be, but that sounds fun. Yeah.
Exciting. As you make your way out, you have to walk a decent amount down the driveway. The driveway itself is at least a quarter of a mile to the house. So after a decent amount of time walking, you see a large black Escalade, Trouble standing off to one side, 2 police officers talking to 2 adults onto the other, and a body covered in a sheet being loaded into an ambulance.
The fuck did this bitch do? Walks over. To sort of ask, what the fuck did you just do? Not of course naturally assuming that Trouble has done anything. This is said in a more friendly manner.
What the fuck did you just do? Obviously.
What the fuck did you just do? Naturally, you probably didn't do this because you for sure weren't driving this damn car. And I feel like I don't know. It feels like it would generally make sense if somebody got hit by a car that there would be an ambulance and police officer. Just generally, that feels like a common thing that would occur. I suppose realistically, the what the fuck did you do in this case is intonated in such a way as a caring friend checking on another person. Checking on said friend. That's the vibe.
As when Mab walks up, Trouble turns and is just like, oh, you might actually be someone who would understand this.
Not, so... hitting children. Something Meg would understand.
Sure.
Anyway, it was my father driving. He's not the one who ended up killing him. I think that someone did something similar to what you did, but way stronger, because he just exsanguinated, wrung out like a desiccated rag.
Wow. Okay. That's a lot.
But anywho, and just pulls out the dagger. This, I think, seems more up your alley than mine.
Girl, wait a minute. Grabs dagger, hides dagger, suspiciously, because Hop and adults? Okay, sure.
Just wave that bitch around in the air a little bit more.
We're a little ways away, let the adults talk about adult things. Can you tell me anything about this? Well, actually, you should hold on to it. You hold on to it, in case they search me.
We'll hold on to this, but also... AG. The fuck is AG?
Listen, the kid who got, just, unplugged and just splooshed all over the road,
That wasn't AG?
That was Jake Richards, the most popular boy in school.
Oh, that fucker. Okay.
But anywho... no longer. I mean, I guess he'll be more popular in death. Fucking, just can't win in this world. So he said that he was being hunted by somebody.
Hunted. So.
And gave me that dagger.
Maybe this knife is stolen?
I mean, it seems magical. I was thinking that maybe you could do some of your wibbly woos.
Sure. Ooh. Maybe? I can try. I don't know what the hell that's going to really... I mean, we would still have to go back to the house to do so. I mean... Have they talked to you yet?
Have they talked to me yet?
Nope.
They have been studiously ignoring my fabulous presence.
You want to just go back to the house, then?
As much as it would make me happy to walk away from this entire scenario, I feel that the people who fucked and then proceeded to give birth to me would be very unhappy about said situation.
That's... probably true.
And I would prefer to not be sent to prison because of their whims.
That's true. Also, let's be real. Would love to see the performance that you are going to deliver when you deliver your testimony. I would absolutely love to see that.
Hold on.
But...
I have to practice my face.
Oh boy.
Horror, terror, do you feel it?
I do. I see it. It
Oscar
works.
worthy? Oscar worthy? Do we need to work it?
Maybe a BAFTA.
Okay, you know, we have to start somewhere and work our way up.
Insinuating that a BAFTA is not as good as an Oscar. Wait, anyway.
Cancelled.
Oh boy.
Academy, please, I didn't mean it.
Well, in any case, I will stick around because you're probably gonna need
No. You should
kind
leave.
of backup here.
You
I can
really
hide
leave.
in the woods.
Okay, that's fine. Just you shouldn't be here with that.
Maybe hiding in the woods is a bad idea.
That is
whatever.
Where he
I'm
came
armed
from.
now.
Yeah, he did come from that. Okay, so listen, he had the dagger, and he's still, again, like a goddamn squeegee. So maybe.
Ew.
So maybe don't go in the woods, because I get like wibbly woo feelings, but like even more intense.
That's fair. I mean, I could hide in the trunk, but I feel like that's not gonna be.
Just walk back to the house. You could there must be a police line somewhere. I don't know. Go behind that.
I'll just wait over there.
Okay.
As you kind of send Meg on her way, preparing for the police to come talk to you, they never do. They conclude conversations with your parents and just leave. They drive off the ambulance with 0 siren, so you know there was no real attempt at even saving this boy's life. Your mother comes up to you and unceremoniously wraps her very frail arms around you and just whispers, "Everything will be all right." Pulls back and just kind of gathers herself once more into a very stoic position. And your father looks to you, seeing as the circumstances, we will see you next week instead. And just gets into the car without any more ceremony, closes the door, and waits for your mother to join him.
Reapproach again at this point.
I think Trouble is like stunned at the moment. I'm just like, oh wait. One of this city's like great fail sons, or fail son in training, like their golden boy, their precious little white baby, is dead and nothing?
Your mom kind of just looks to where there is still now blood mixed with dirt, kind of creating that nice, like, thick, almost like sludge texture of bloody dirt. She looks down at it and just simply states, "They recognized it was an accident."
All right, why don't you go get in the car and y'all go home? I guess I will see you next week. He just like turns mechanically.
As she goes to get in the car, she rolls down the window, and as your father is pulling away, she goes to say something, probably something along the lines of, "I love you, son," but cannot bring herself to do so. She begins to speak, saying, "Ah," and then gets this look of disdain, disgust, unhappiness, and they drive off.
Parents, am I right?
One does not choose their family.
Naturally.
Anywho, did you get, by the way, like all of our stuff out of Marshall's office?
Oh fuck! I grabbed one thing. Don't worry, we'll get our shit back.
To steal those panties, and now they're gone.
in character laughter, to be clear. That is all. I am laughing. Meg is also laughing because the concept of stealing panties is just naturally funny. Always. That is always funny.
Trouble goes on panty raids consistently.
That's fun. What a vibe. Well, guess we should talk back. I mean, okay.
Wait, did Avery help you?
Yes. I did get in. Then I heard the sirens. And it was loud, and I decided I would take something.
No. What did they do in this situation?
What did they? Oh.
Because if I remember correctly, they have this huge and big problem with lying and breaking promises and being a degenerate person. So I would love to know exactly the actions that they took in this situation when they said to all of us that they would help recover our appropriated belongings.
I mean, they opened the door.
And did they carry a box out?
Shit.
Was a box or a bag carried out?
No, they sort of just blipped out of existence. I am presuming...
Lion ass is going to get it. Let's go.
There is a window open. We can get into that window.
I'm pretty sure Marshall is already back at his office now. He does tend to live there.
That's real.
What did you take?
Holds up.
Hold on.
Flask.
He sees the flask and he's just like, take a swig of that.
You first, darling.
Because he is absolutely of 100% belief that he is about to drink water.
Trouble, roll dark.
No, ma'am.
This is why I did not drink it.
Would you get sweetie? Ooh, you're making real close to your next level up. It's gross. Have y'all ever had, like, I don't think any of you have. Have y'all ever had Malort?
I know exactly what you're talking about. I ain't ever had it, but I know what you're talking about.
Okay, so Malort is lovely known in the Illinois land as the shot you get people just to fuck with people because it tastes like burning tires.
That's what I've heard it from.
Yeah, it tastes like burning tires. So that's what it tastes like. It does not taste good. It does not taste like a liquor you have ever tried before, and God, does it taste fucking nasty.
Trouble looks at this, and back at the house, and back at the flask, and over to Mab. And I'm sorry, too many M names.
Yeah.
Too many M names. Just over to Meg, and I'm just like, this isn't. I don't know what this is. This is wrong, and the fact that this is possibly touching Marshall's lips, I have questions. There needs to be an investigative journalism that needs to go on in this house. I mean, we need 60 Minutes. We need Baba Wawa here. I mean, I put the cap back on. Please take that, and you hold on to that too. You need to do a spell on that. Like, I mean, can you do like blessings and like, can you bring God down and have him touch it because it is of the devil. It is wrong. It is unholy and unclean. And Marshall puts that in his body? What other freaky stuff does he get up to?
My cursed ass performing blessings? Sweetheart. No. But
I'm sorry. I was thinking about fucking Marshall. What was happening?
I can probably help us with this get our shit back. Most likely.
This is why you are so amazing.
Oh, thank you, dear. Oh.
You should probably not
worth, you are
fuck
too. I do
on the couch
you.
in the living room, though. I would just say, not your best move. Like, not wise judgment.
You know what? That was fucked up. I apologize. That was fucked up of me, and I apologize.
We found where Meg draws the line.
Accountability. You know what we call that? You know what Marshall would call that?
Growth. Exactly. Oh, anyway, chances are we're okay. There are two ways that this can go. I can either
include Avery and Big Eye in this because we should probably first of all, Avery needs to get a mouthful from me for bailing. And then also Clay Raven Moonleaf. I just like when he's in the room.
Sure.
As you guys kind of make your way back into the house, expecting to see or hear Marshall, see or hear anyone, it's pretty quiet on the first floor.
Is Marshall's office closed?
Yes, the door is still closed and locked.
All right, well. Oh, I'm going to go over to the door and, like, put my ear against it. Do I hear him?
Nope.
Marshall?
No response.
Are we alone?
I mean, sans the cameras on every angle of the house, that definitely caught the three of them fucking in the living room.
However, that tape will have to be deleted.
Well, I mean, you're right. Child pornography would have to be deleted. You're good. You're great. You're golden.
Honestly, they should probably just delete the file from the last few hours, just generally. Like, just any file that came out of the last few hours should probably just be deleted.
Well, if
Marshall was right here, I would argue that shit to Marshall's face anyway. You should probably just click delete on the whole video. This is also probably because it probably caught us breaking in. See, here's the thing. If they just blanket delete the whole thing, that part will also be gone. Anyway.
Anyways, if you can find Rich Boy McCulterson somewhere around, I'm sorry, Rich Boy McDevilson around here somewhere, his little tech bunny rabbit should be able to take care of that for you.
But yeah, that's true. Yeah, where the when I left, there was no smashy smash of the Smasherson variety.
They probably took Mab down to hell.
Oh.
What a strange
pang of jealousy. Mild pang of jealousy. That sounds... Went on a fucking field trip without me? Bitch. Whatever, fine. Fine, whatever.
Hey, hold on. His dad is in hell. You fucked him, what, once, twice, 3 times? Are you ready to meet his dad? Are you that deep?
I mean, no. But...
I don't know what Mab and him get up to, so maybe they're that deep, and he's just introducing, Satan to Mab.
It's fair. It's fair. I don't know. It's just kind of like meeting a celebrity, and it's that vibe. I'm sure you get it. Anyway, overall, I don't know where the hell they at right now, but I do know we should probably be upstairs.
Let's do that.
Whoever is actually around.
And we'll start shouting, "Who's still alive in this house?"
So about 3 minutes after Clay asked if Avery wanted to share snacks, Avery actually got up and went and got some of their organic, free-range potato chips and peach rings from their stash, and went into Clay's room and just sat down next to him on the floor, and just was started texting Quentin what happened, and was they made me do it to Quentin. It's just a full.
Can't hear you if you're talking.
No, it's okay. If we're good.
Okay.
And it's just like after they hit send, just turns to Clay and is like, "Do you even like trouble?"
Yeah. He's nice to me.
I think he's a huge hypocrite.
Why?
I mean, he's obviously just like out for himself and like for the drama. Like he makes up all these stuff just to like have an excuse to do things.
Oh yeah, I can see that. But you gotta understand he's been through a lot, and I think it's probably his way of like dealing with it. It's just he's had to.
Avery just fully turns to Clay and is like, "Clay, we've
Hmm?
all been through a lot."
Yeah.
So what? Like, you're not a bad person. So what's
I'd like to
Trouble's
think so.
excuse?
Well, I mean, maybe it's just we don't know exactly what happened, so I don't know exactly how he's dealing with it. This may be how he deals with it. I don't know. To be fair, I didn't go through much because I was just kind of abandoned.
No,
I didn't have
that's
anyone
a
to go
lot.
through stuff with.
That's
So,
still a
yeah.
lot. Like that's like not having like parents sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, it kind of does. But it's not all bad. I mean, I got really good at camping because I kind of lived out in the woods for like like 5 years. But
That's you're not supposed to do that. Like I don't want to say it was like a bad thing to do, but like that's not how kids usually grow up, Clay.
hmm. Huh, I just never really thought about it. I was just like, hey, I'm here by myself. Got to make the best of it. And yeah. And then I came here, and now I'm surrounded by all you guys. So yeah.
You know, you're too good and pure for this world.
I don't know about that. I mean, I did put a kid in the hospital, so that's
That was an accident, right?
putting
No.
him in the hospital, yeah, but he was being really mean to me, and then like was extremely mean to Trouble, and I don't like it when people are mean to my friends. So I got mad, and all I meant to do is just push him against the wall to be like, hey, back off, man. Um, but I don't know. I think I pushed a little too hard. But yeah, he got like hurt. I don't really remember because I remember seeing him, and I was like, ooh, what are we gonna get here? The fries are amazing, so I really want to get some fries, and then probably a shake or two, maybe a couple burgers. Ooh, I wonder if they have pancakes. And then all of a sudden, he was like really mean to us, and then I remember thinking, hey, leave my friend alone. And then next thing I remember, he was just like on the ground bleeding, and Trouble was shaking me out of whatever happened, and I don't really remember what it before that.
Well, I mean, I guess I'll give Trouble some credit for being there for you, but like I don't it just sounds like it was an accident, right? You didn't really want to hurt him, but you wanted to
No, I
defend your
just wanted
friend.
to. Yeah, exactly.
As
Yeah.
you continue this conversation, you hear Trouble's unmistakable voice yelling, "Who's still alive in here?" from downstairs, coming up the stairs.
I'm alive.
Excellent.
And
I will come to
Barely.
you.
I'm barely
Okay.
alive.
And I will take Mab with me into our room. By the way, is it
Meg,
in
but fine.
Meg? Gosh,
It's fine. We'll let it happen. It's
it's the
cool.
Marquise is drunk, apparently. It's been a long day.
Feel it.
Bring Meg with me upstairs. Is our room still a ramshackle mess?
I don't know. Did Clay fix any of it?
Clay cleaned it up.
Oh, lovely. And this is why.
Remember when everybody like went downstairs? He just stayed behind and was like moving beds back and fixing everything up.
Comes in and sees everything kind of, rearranged. I'm like, and this is why Clay Ravenleaf is my favorite person in all peopledom.
Because he does shit for you for free?
As in, he was nice enough to clean up his roommate's room for him while his roommate was currently out dealing with the fact that his dad ran over a kid and killed him.
Oh shit, that sounds awful.
That's not technically what actually happened. I mean, the kid, died, yeah, but, someone else killed him. It wasn't my dad.
Wait.
Mid-conversation, I want to use my move, Disappear. Because these two are fighting, and I don't want to be in the middle of it, so Clay just kind of fades into the background.
The massive man that once was there is now just kind of not.
Avery turns to Trouble, just completely ignoring Clay, and is like, so, you mean so he didn't die because your dad hit him, but you told us your dad, you fully, that's your story? Your dad hit a kid and killed him?
That would probably be the official story of the police who came and said that nothing was wrong, that it was just an accident, that the most popular boy in school ran out of the woods and then just bled to death on the road.
All factual things. I don't know why air quotes are happening.
I mean...
Okay, but why would...
Because it's hard.
That actually happened.
Exactly what I just said.
Explain this. Pulls a knife out. Hard to explain.
Whoa.
Relax. I ain't finna stab nobody. This, apparently.
You were stoned out of your head an hour ago.
I know.
I don't.
Jake Richards had that knife. Basically thrust it into me. It was just help, he's hunting me. Terror on his face. It was really good. I'm really going to get that BAFTA one day from that face.
No, this is real life Trouble, not a movie.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And he died in front of me, which happens. People die.
Yeah, and people send kids to the hospital because their friend got insulted.
Which is, again, another reason why I love Clay Raven Moonleaf. He is a real, loyal person. Unlike some people, I have to say.
Are you accusing me of something?
I am accusing you of running away from the deal that you made.
I opened the door.
And did you happen to carry anything out of that door?
No, because I didn't really feel like I had the right to take anything.
Oh, so you went back on that promise that wonderful Meg here, with all of her absolute control and wisdom and grace, decided to not put that kid back into a coma. And you're just oh, you know what? That kid could go into a coma. That kid can die for all I care. We're not going to take a dang thing out of this room that had been misappropriated by Marshall, who, by the way, I don't even think is in this house right now.
Avery teleports downstairs while he's ranting.
No, the hell? They didn't just leave?
Avery's gone. Both Clay and Avery are now nowhere to be seen in this room.
Meg is going to actually laugh. Meg is actually laughing. That laugh I just did, fully what Meg is doing.
But then we'll kind of yell out. However, we have to decide what to do about the dead kid. So can you both come back?
How is that our responsibility?
Because he gave me his knife, and I'm pretty sure whoever actually bled this kid out, it was actually a little harrowing. Might be coming for one of us.
Avery goes to a window and looks outside and sees the planes outside.
Blaine is not up.
Where is Blaine and Mab?
He probably took her to hell.
Most likely. Not a damn clue.
Are you making things up again?
No, he's literally the son of Satan. Well, okay, I don't want to say Satan. He's the son of a devil. It could be Lucifer. It could be Baal. It could be, I don't know.
Hey, have you seen his skin? It's for sure Lucifer. No one has skin like that. They are not the child of an angel.
Okay, fallen angel.
Maybe, but still.
Yeah, he's obviously the son of the Prince of Hell.
Hey, Avery.
Yeah?
I think with information of someone potentially hunting individuals, you might need a roll to keep you cool.
Yeah.
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 And your friend's gone. Oof.
What room are you in now?
I think she's in the floor at this, or they're in the floor at this point. I don't know where they are.
Screaming
Avery,
like screaming up the stairs from the living room where everything still smells like teenage sex.
Mm.
You don't want to be there. Avery, this is a lot. This is a lot. Y'all are children. Marquise is choking. Bees is dying. It's the fact Trouble thinks someone is coming for one of you bodes very quickly in your mind that they are coming exactly for you and not anyone else. Do with that information as you will.
Okay.
And Avery was did have their phone out and was fully going to text Marshall, but just kind of sinks below the window, literally into the floor, and just phases through the floor into the basement.
Is there a basement?
Yep. It's rarely ever used. It's storage and dusty and gross and totally unfinished concrete, exposed walls, crap.
Hello? We need to deal with this problem that potentially one of us might get stabbed.
You hear nothing.
Clay, have you returned?
I never left. I just faded.
I know you faded into the background. Yeah, but
so
have you returned
as they're
to
talking? As Trouble's like, you both need to get back here. You guys just notice a rather large arm reach forward, grab a bag of chips, and then slowly drag it back. I'm still here.
I'm gonna just sit on Clay's lap because it just feels like a thing Meg would do. Just for comfort at this point.
Hi?
Any ideas? Any idea at all about who AG is? Just anything.
Would I have any idea as to an AG?
Do you want to do a ritual to roll dark to try and figure that out?
No, I know
the witch. Can't you do magic?
I know exactly what to do. AG. Yeah, there's a April Graves. There's a Anthony. What's his name? Gunderson. No, that's Andre. That's Andre Garcia. He's also
right.
Man, I'm trying to think. There's what's that one kid's name? He's really a jerk. I think it was Abernathy something. I think his last name starts with a G. I can't remember, but
his last name was Ricotta, but that I think is just a cheese.
Oh, I'm sorry. That might be right. Oh,
Abernathy Gruyere.
Do we have any? Do we have any cheese?
Abernathy Gouda.
Any ricotta?
Probably some in the kitchen, dear.
Oh.
My God. We should go have cheese. For real, though.
Do you want to go get some string cheese? Would that help calm your nerves?
So
yes. Just derail everything for cheese.
Yeah, I mean, Trouble will literally lead the party downstairs and be like,
"You should have known this was gonna happen."
And was just like, "Hey, Avery, we're having string cheese. If you want to calm your nerves, I don't know where you are. You just keep disappearing on us all the time."
Avery is hyperventilating behind the water heater.
Nothing.
Is anything happening due to this hyperventilation? Are there weird ramifications for this panic attack that Avery is having? generally.
Probably
I just
some
sort of am
sneezing.
not sure.
Some sneezing?
Okay.
Nothing magic, nothing, you know,
I think you
that
hear a
kind
cat
of...
sneeze in the basement.
Wait,
great.
I keep hearing you guys talking about somebody stabbed or died.
Yeah,
Who?
Jake Richards, the really little popular boy in school,
Jake?
just exsanguinated.
I don't know
Like,
what that means.
so
Oh,
all of the
that
blood
blood.
that was in his body came
Yeah.
out of his body.
Ooh,
Oh,
that's not good.
Very last drop, just on
Ooh.
that pavement. Just.
I mean,
I
know
mean,
he
they
didn't
made
like
Jake
me, but I
Richards
still.
soup on that pavement.
Soup, not the soup.
Oh.
Okay, but wait. Hear me out.
God, I think I
Tomato
don't think I
bisque.
want cheese anymore.
Are you not hungry for the first time in your entire life?
Honey. You want...
No, I'm still hungry. Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly what I thought. I
Yeah.
will make some French
But I
onion
am
soup.
kind of sad though, because he was popular and people liked him, and
I'm
he didn't like me, but it was all right. I mean, I'm sure he had his reason.
I'm more confused at the fact that the police are trying to not make a big deal out of it. He ran out of the woods, was hit by a car, and for some reason bled to death through a wound that was not caused by a car. And no one seems to care.
Oh no. I deeply care.
Well,
I just
the adults
don't know.
don't care.
That's
so
fair.
I think,
yeah.
Do you need some help doing some magic-y stuff? Like
probably
some salt, a stone, a crystal, like...
Have we started walking downstairs?
5 Hail Marys.
I was
for all
presuming
fathers.
we were already in the kitchen with the cheese. I had presumed we had resumed the conversation. Meg during this conversation is just waving a knife around, also holding cheese, kind of in a dual wielding type fashion.
Just make sure you don't accidentally bite the wrong one.
Precisely. You know something else? Just waving a knife. Anyway, no, I legitimately don't know what the next step is to magically figure anything out with this knife, but I feel like that is the next step.
Decide on your ritual that you wish to do, and then you'll roll dart.
All right. Cool.
Wait, you guys?
What would you do to try and channel the powers that be outside of just the mortal realm to get you to give you answers to questions? What would Meg do?
So, okay. This is where I'm imagining This is where I'm imagining that little bit of the character creation bit where it has the where did you learn about magic? The answer that I chose, I believe, was Tumblr.
Yeah.
I think that was it. So, because that was what I selected, I feel like there's a Tumblr post about to happen.
What are your Tumblr posts say? What does it say?
It says, hi, so... Your witch out here needs help. So, no fucking clue what is up with this. Insert photo. Does anybody recognize this? Do y'all know anything? Do y'all know something? And reblog if you recognize this. Also, I've 50 hearts for a ritual. Fuck it, I don't know. I haven't been on Tumblr in a smooth 5 years at minimum. I don't know. Yeah, so I don't personally know what a Tumblr post would look like, or how one might wrap that up on which Tumblr specifically. I don't remember. / because I never was on that part of Tumblr, whatever. But it'll say something to the general effect of, hi, seeking information on this. Also, to do a ritual, to maybe ask somebody about this in the hereafter. Asking some ghosts some questions. Woo, ghost question time.
Roll dark.
Fabulous. Happily. I will happily dark.
And actually succeed, because no one succeeded on the fucking roll yet.
So not failed a single roll yet.
We're racking up XP though.
That's fair. Okay.
That is... No, wait, hold on. What did I choose here?
It looks like your dark is +1.
Yeah, I did choose the top one. Cool. Yep.
So 9.
Is,
9.
9.
You get a response back very quickly. The response is, that looks like some straight up Renaissance level witch hunting shit.
Oh. I hate that. Thank you. Reblogs. Oh, that's inconvenient. And some witch hunter shit. Well, great. Okay.
I guess technically the better response would be paranormal hunting shit, because it isn't just for witches.
Fair. Okay. Oh. Well, this is for hunting something paranormal, which presumably could be us. Oh, wait a minute. You? Drops knife. Well, fuck this thing then.
Hey, a man died for that.
Do we think this belonged to that child?
Do I get the sense it belonged to him? Or do I get the sense he was, like, hiding? Like, he was, like, take this, I stole it from the tower, or...
He was more giving it to you to help you figure out who the fuck was hunting him.
Gotcha. Yeah, it was more of a pass-off of a baton, like, hey, here's the clue. I need you to, like, you know, Mrs. Yellow in the hallway with the candlestick kind of thing.
Okay.
Avery, you can still hear all of this conversation from downstairs in the basement.
Just
I don't think it's helping your mental health.
No,
yeah, it's not helping this
more
situation.
Goodness, they are going to continue with this nonsense until someone goes... One moment.
Oh yeah, in trouble. Their favorite person.
Hey! Alright, you need to come upstairs. Being down here in all this dust is not good for your complexion or your lungs.
For your allergies.
Avery's just like bent over, like head on hand, like hands on the head, knees on the elbows, just like just trying to breathe through it, and then just like completely ignoring trouble.
Lord. And like goes upstairs into Avery's room and takes like a hoodie of Avery's and becomes Avery. And goes back down into the basement. So basically, Clay and Meg, you just watch Trouble go upstairs, and then a very like pissed off looking Avery come back down, just stomping into the basement, right up to Avery.
Avery, you now see yourself.
Okay. Avery startles and just like skitters back on their hands and butt.
If you're going to have an existential crisis, at least you could invite me.
Do you have to roll Trouble so you're not found out?
No.
Okay.
Trouble, what the? You don't want to look like that. You don't want to be in front of the windows looking like that.
I need you.
I'm hiding.
Right. I need you to breathe. I need you to tell me where.
What do you think I've been doing, Trouble?
Clearly not breathing because you're going off. Okay. So where are we right now?
We're in the basement because I'm hiding, Trouble.
Are there windows in the basement?
No, and that's the point.
Okay. So A, let me ask you a question.
But you came from upstairs. I heard you on the stairs. You came from upstairs looking like me. And you don't want to do that because my parents died because I think someone was hunting me.
How did you get from Jake Richards getting, squeegeed to your parents were murdered because you're being hunted? What was that logic train?
I already thought that my parents had maybe gotten murdered because somebody was hunting me, but like I kind of been trying to be on the down low, but then apparently like my magical powers from my bloodline just kind of popped out today, and I've been panicking.
Okay, D and Dorkiness, I need you to calm that down. This whole bloodline nonsense.
No, this is... What do you think this fucking is? And Avery just like phases completely through like several beams and just like runs in, like just is like running around the basement, phasing through everything.
I don't know. You were born from the stars? Isn't that how everyone else got their powers?
No.
I was literally born from a star.
You just whatever. There's stuff out there. I've been trying to do research. That's why I got that book from my cousin. I don't maybe I'm part ghost, but I don't think so because my mom had healing powers and my grandma was like really in a lot of ways like supernatural. So
is that book in Marshall's office?
No.
Okay.
Because I put a dust cover on it.
Oh, well, that was very smart of you. However, I'm going to need you to just remove yourself from the spotlight of this scenario. You are not whom the killer is necessarily going after.
How do you know that?
So, let's just take stock of the 6 people in this house. One of us is the literal son of a devil. One of us may or may not be of some kind of fairy persuasion. One of us is a witch. One of us is the absolute pinnacle of masculinity and manhood. And
okay,
is capable
can you please not jack off in front of me mentally?
Okay. Verbally, but anywho. And is able to disappear on a whim, despite being, that size. Oof, that size. A star child who can literally become anyone. I'm literally you talking to you right now.
And it's freaking me out, I'm not gonna lie.
What makes you think that you are the most special of us all? What level of delusion must you be under to think that you are the person right now that would be the most hunted? I would put you at a hard 4.
Are you trying to turn Avery on or shut Avery down? Because I can't tell.
I'm gonna go with shut Avery down.
Okay, go ahead and roll cold.
Can we get a double roll for both?
I personally feel attacked, but
10.
I cannot explain why.
Okay.
Well done.
With a 10, I forgot to pull up the Monster Hearts rulebook because I am a bad game master. Oops,
You're
give
the
me
best.
30 seconds. Shutting someone down. You, if Avery has a string on you, they will lose that string on you. If they have no strings on you, you can gain a string on Avery. You can give Avery a condition, or you can take one forward, Trouble.
I have a string on. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Please lose that string. As I just say, I need you to come back to neutral land. Okay? Any one of us could be hunted by this person. So what we should be doing is figuring out what's up with that dagger, where it came from, what's it supposed to do, who originally owned it, that may want to, I don't know, one of us.
Fuck. The worst person I know is right. Fuck. What do I do?
I am the best person you know. But anyways, let's go. Upstairs. You can have cheese.
Okay,
string
second
cheese.
worst.
Who's the worst?
Meg.
I know that's right.
I think we are two wonderful expressions of humanity. You just happen to love being on the wall all the time, while some of us try and take the spotlight for ourselves.
And you're a lying hypocritical drama queen. So yeah, now that we've established that about each other, can we like investigate this thing or whatever?
Are you trying to shut Trouble down?
Yeah.
The shade.
Heck yeah. All right, roll with Cole.
Absolutely.
7.
Yes.
7 to 9. You choose one from below, but you come across poorly, and Trouble gets to give you a condition in return. Trouble can lose a string on you. If Trouble has no strings on you, you can gain one on him. You can give him a condition in return, or you can take one forward. What you do?
I would like to give Trouble the condition drama queen.
He's never getting rid of that one. Cool.
Right?
Trouble, what's the condition in return for Avery?
Looks at Avery and just says, "Wow, aren't you just well? I can't give you stuck up because you already have that one. And I guess I will just call. Well, I guess that would be the pot calling the kettle black then, Little Miss Hypocrite. Oh, I'm sorry, Little Miss Deal Breaker.
Deal breaker.
Okay.
The whole time this is going on, and Clay is like, "Hey, Meg, can I get that knife real quick?" Pointing at the dagger.
I mean, sure, if you want.
All right, cool. And he just takes it and starts cutting some cheese.
Oh my god! With like fucking blood on it.
Yeah,
oh, it has blood on it.
Blood on it. Yeah.
Oh no! I thought it was
okay.
Okay, no,
I
if it had
actually
blood,
didn't know that, but I appreciate that.
Okay,
Honestly?
so then he'll probably take it and be like, "Oh no, and just hand it back. No."
My God, my God, Big Guy, are you squeamish?
No, I just is that I don't know whose blood that is, and it just
I don't.
I'm good.
I have to wash this skirt now.
After a short while, Avery return back upstairs.
Hey, what?
Oh, I could stop this now.
That one's Trouble.
Oh.
Avery is now Trouble.
Oh.
And there's still another Avery.
Please take this back. I hate hoodies.
So
Avery just like snatches it and like cuddles
and then Avery is now Trouble, or is Trouble Avery? And
Trouble was pretending.
Trouble was Avery, but now Avery's Trouble. So did you guys switch?
No.
We did not Freaky Friday this.
There, Big Guy, don't worry about this. It's fine. We will move on.
This is not a Lindsay Lohan, Jamie Lee Curtis situation.
Slowly moving a block of cheese towards his mouth.
Just have some cheese.
All right, so listen. Why don't we, like, I don't know, there's enough magic somewhere in this room to, like, figure out what this thing really is, right?
Ask her. All I can do is smell virgins and teleport.
That's... Wow.
like
you can
really smell virgins?
Well, I can. You stink when you're not a virgin.
Wow.
No, no. It smells different than you, Clay.
Oh, okay.
Hey. Well.
Look, I'm useless at this. I'm Twilight fucking Sparkle, okay?
It's fair.
Well, hold up. Wasn't Twilight Sparkle like one of the most powerful ponies?
Trouble, you're messing with my head. How are you a brony?
I have a little sister who was really into that stuff.
Okay, whatever. Knife.
But what I mean is,
Flame?
like, if the four of us were to, like, I don't know, circle up and, like, the powers of 3, but in this case, like, the power of 4, like, charmed, we should be able to do something, right?
I don't have any music. I don't have magic, though.
I mean, maybe I can try to do a scrying. No, that's a bad idea.
Wait, you could scry?
No, I've seen somebody else do it.
Okay, well, if you have a witch here, a star child, and again, the greatest specimen. Star child.
Whatever.
I was literally born from a star.
You were. I just saw your parents come and pick you up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and which one of them had stellar fusion in their
Is your mom
private
a star?
bits?
No. Okay. So, the reason my parents hate me so effing much is because I'm not really their kid. But they can't tell anybody that.
Oh. Okay.
Checks out. Get it. That makes sense. I do understand that.
So I mean, this town is just messed up. Because why would they not be able to tell people?
Because if they told someone that, randomly their Timothy Robble was replaced by a child from the star, they'd be committed.
You know what, though? That is, really gonna come in handy when they decide to make a biopic about you in, 30 years. All I'm saying.
I don't know.
Looking at the bright side.
I feel like if I want to get a biopic, I want it to at least be 60. I want to be alive to enjoy it, but I want to have, enough mellowed patience and wisdom to be able to look at it with enough detachment upon my youthful years.
That's, of course, if we survive any of this.
Yeah, I don't want to get,
probably figure out...
Yeah, let's not get murdered today. So, all right, everyone join up. Circle up. Let's go. We're putting magic in the room.
Can we just, if I tell you how to do this, no more threatening me with the kid in the coma.
That's not my wheelhouse.
You can't, that's off the table. You can't. We're doing this because we think people are hunting us. And you can't, I don't want to have to deal with having this kid go back into a coma on my conscience on top of all this other shit.
Avery, are you trying to turn Meg on to get her to do what you want?
Sure.
All right, roll hop.
All
right. No.
Maybe you can say no.
I'm not gonna make that promise because I'm gonna be real. Earlier on, I feel like I shouldn't have had to do that. Get you to get your own shit back. That is functionally what we were trying to do. Was not just get our shit back, but get your own shit back. And I understand not being attached to, individual things or whatever. But also, and, whatever, maybe Marshall had a reason. Whatever the fuck that then. However, some camaraderie just would be nice. Just a little bit. Just a teensy bit. But everything is all this teeth pulling and whatever to just get some simple shit done. So here's the tea. I will eventually, at some point, figure out how the fuck to do this kind of thing anyway. You could make this easier by simply helping me right now, or you could make this harder by having us research and do all of this extra shit, at which point one of us might die, which will again make everything much worse. See, now this time, I'm not threatening a small child to do this. Also, small child may be the incorrect word. A child of a human being, we'll say. This way I'm not threatening the child of a human, but I am generally stating, just plainly, plain as day, stating that if you don't help us right now, one of us could die, including you.
I know.
So, I highly suggest that you start helping Missy without me having to pull teeth every goddamn time and threaten bitches' lives. It would just be easier if you would simply help.
Don't agree with your methods, and that's why I didn't want to help you break into Marshall's office, but whatever, you're just gonna be you're just gonna be who you are.
I'm a witch and an absolute bitch. We know this to be true. Will all
Avery's taking the move from the mortal.
Okay.
That
Gross.
when you forgive someone for their base nature, I don't have the exact words.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. Yeah, the really horrible one where if you straight up just forgive someone for being an absolute piece of shit to you.
Yep.
You get.
Yeah.
I think you get a string on them, or is it the? Let's see. Sympathy is my weapon. Every time you forgive someone for hurting you and excuse their base nature, you gain a string on them. You now have a string on Meg for just forgiving who Meg is.
All right.
Oh, that move is gross. Everything about the mortal skin in this game is fucking gross.
I do hate it, but here we are. Now, again, I am a witch, just patently. I am also a bitch. However, I can be a bitch on your side, and I always feel like that's a better route to go down. Oh.
Are you all joining up and creating a ritual? What's happening?
Yeah, Avery doesn't like it, but they'll do it.
So, how I'm going to have this work is I'm going to have you each roll dark, and you may ask one question of the abyss if you roll high enough.
Okay.
We will start with...
Is there a list of questions?
Nope. Whatever question you want. Yeah. 9 from Trouble. Did you actually finally fail a roll?
Did.
Oh. May I finally fail a roll?
So, I apologize that I didn't adjust my name in here.
All good. So, it looks like the only two people who can actually ask a question from the abyss is Trouble, who will get a clear answer, and Avery, who will get a confused answer. So, Trouble, what is your question to the abyss?
My question is... What is the name of the person who wants this knife back?
Alaric Glanville.
And I say that name out loud. Alaric, you'd have to type it out for me.
Yep, I got you. Avery, I'll type it over break. What is your question to the abyss?
Which one of us are the hunters most sus on?
Blaine.
It's supposed to be confusing, so like Avery just like...
Yeah, no. That answer is not the exact answer.
Okay. Avery thinks it's Blaine. Yep, okay.
The other two of you, though, you concentrate on this dagger and the images and the things that you want to ask the abyss. You are suddenly thrust from your concentration by a knock at the door. And that is where we are going to take our break this evening. We will be back in about 10 minutes, so go take a break, take a breather, get a drink, go pee if you must. But be back in 10 minutes so you can see who is at this door. Yeah, thank you, friends, for watching, and we will see you soon. Everyone, did you just bring peach rings, Nora, for the aesthetic, or are you planning on eating them as well?
Both? Why not
Okay.
both?
Cool. I'm glad you're planning on eating them as well. Welcome back, everyone, to whatever the hell is happening here. Our lovely group of individuals are trying to investigate who murdered one of the most popular students at the local high school. Clearly not Trouble's dad, because the wounds on that individual did not come from a car crash. They came from a stab wound and some other, various bloodletting wounds, I guess. When we last left off, both Trouble and Avery had successfully been able to ask kind of the powers that be, the powers that command this universe, into answering some questions about what happened. When Meg and Clay attempted to ask, they were immediately thrust back out of the abyss because there was a knock on the door. Kind of casual, nothing frantic in any way, but just someone at the door.
Who is it?
Thank you, Clay. Thank you. Thank God for Clay.
You hear a muffled voice from the outside.
Maybe we should go, like, check. Okay, thank you.
You guys are, like, doing magic stuff, so I'll go to the door.
I, in the gluten-free hell, want to open this door. Whatever. I mean, we can do this.
Keep the chain on. Just open it.
You know what? We have one of them little peepholes where we can just look through.
Yeah? You gonna look through the peephole?
Clay's gonna lean down and then look in the peephole.
It is Spanky, the sister of the child that you put in a coma.
The one that I threatened?
Yes.
I'm not gonna open this door. I mean,
Clay, who is it?
I'm not gonna open this door.
Clay, who is it?
It's the sister of the kid I pushed to almost death.
March. Throws open the door. Hello.
I'm standing directly behind him.
Clay is like this, behind the door, just hiding.
Hey!
Can I talk to you? And she's looking at Trouble.
I'm on in.
She walks in and, like, gives Meg a very uncomfortable kind of look, and then very obviously notices Clay pretending to stand behind the door, and she just, okay, is there someone we can talk in private?
Fine, come into the kitchen. Avery, you have to get out of the kitchen for a second.
Avery followed you to the door and just...
Oh, great.
It's like right behind you. You turn around and say that, and Avery's like,
oh gosh. Put a bell on. Into the kitchen. Let's go.
Hold on. I'm out.
Okay.
Were we in fact doing magic in the kitchen?
Yes.
Can we please not bring her into the kitchen?
You know, that is fair. That's fair. I guess I'll take you to the girls, to Meg's room. I'll take you to Meg's room. That'd be perfect.
I feel less bad about that, weirdly.
Somehow that's okay. Spanky kind of, like, does, like, a weird look over of the inside of the house. This is the first time really any individual who is not a member of this household has been inside this household, except for, you know, police officers.
I know.
You hear her kind of... She kind of, like, looks around and goes, huh. Less of a shit show than I thought it'd be.
Marshall runs a tight ship.
They're, like, legally required for it not to be shitty.
That's fair, I guess.
I've been swearing so much today.
So watch whose house you call shitty. See?
So, my dear, now that we are alone, what is it that you wanted?
I need your help.
Stop. Rewind. Play. What?
I need your help.
Alright, I'm going to humor this. With what?
So, word got around that you were in a little car accident earlier today.
Who the fuck already knows? How the fuck do you people already know?
Word spins around pretty quickly around here, and when you know the right people, you know the right thing.
Uh-huh. So, what do you want out of this whole scenario?
I need to know how the fuck he died.
Were you and he...
No, we
so
weren't.
Much.
Fucking gross. No.
I feel like it could be a completely beautiful act. After all, it made me.
Oh, I hate that so much.
I'm gonna ignore what you said. Can you just tell me how he died, please? It's important.
Why?
There are multiple stories about what happened, and since you were there and we know each other, I thought you could tell me.
I literally just spent this past afternoon threatening you, and my friend put your brother in a coma.
Yeah, I know.
And then my other friend brought him out of that coma in what could only be described as a genuine miracle from Jesus.
Somehow it's really hard for me to believe Meg has anything to do with Jesus.
So
there's a bump outside the door.
There's every reason for you to not be here. So why are you actually here?
Because I want to know how he died.
But why?
It's important for me. If I know how he died, I have leverage over others. No one knows really how he died yet. Stories that your dad hit him with his Escalade. Stories that he was super fucking high.
The first one was true. The second one wasn't.
So your dad killed him?
Why do you need leverage over anybody?
Unimportant.
Oh, no. You came to me for information, my dear. So I would think that this should be an equal exchange.
My nickname is fucking Spanky. Do you think I want that goddamn nickname?
And do you think this little tidbit of information is going to get rid of that for you?
Yeah, if I say it to the right people.
And who might those right people be?
His girlfriend, most of the student body, basically the entire school.
So you get to be the most lovable girl in the land, the prettiest girl in Paris, because you...
Don't break my knees over it.
Well, maybe if she wasn't flat, her knees wouldn't have gotten smashed.
Are you gonna tell me or what? I'll make it worth your while, whatever you want.
Whatever I want.
Within reason, we're not fucking.
That's disgusting. Whatever I want. Okay. I want... What do your parents do?
Why do you ask?
I just want to know what they do.
My mom stays home like most moms do.
Mm-hmm.
My dad's an attorney.
Get me his suit.
He's like 6'4". You're not gonna fit in his suit.
You don't need to worry about that. Just get me his suit, a shirt, and a tie, a belt, a pair of shoes, some socks, and his underwear. An entire ensemble.
Is this some weird sex thing?
This is not a weird sex thing.
Are you sure it's not a weird sex thing?
You wish.
I've heard you're into some really weird shit.
The weird shit that I am into has nothing to do with sex.
Okay. Deal. And she'll like hold out her hand to you. She shakes it, turns on her heel, and walks away. Down the stairs, past Meg. To which, as she passes you, Meg just goes, "Peace be with you," and then continues on outside.
And also with you, you weird little bitch. It's just I can't say that without laughing. I was going to attempt to retake that and say that in a way that felt better, but whatever. It's fine.
Spanky has now left, making her way back down the driveway.
I will come back out and just address the group. So, that one, Spanky, wants to be the cool kid on the block by figuring out what actually happened to Jake.
Okay.
I don't necessarily believe her, but I'm going to get her father's suit out of it, so... And her father's an attorney.
Sounds like you're planning to do very illegal things with that.
What are you talking about? I'm not going to be doing anything illegal. What Spanky's dad chooses to do with that particular suit on is, well, what he does.
That's delicious. What lie are we telling her?
No, that's not delicious. That's not okay.
Listen, we all have our parts to play. And Spanky's dad has a nice little part because he's an attorney. And I feel like an attorney might be very useful in the near future.
If the hunters don't get me, you're going to get me in jail.
Don't get caught. Like this. This is real easy. Just don't get caught.
If you wound up in jail, we would break you out because that's like what.
Why would we need to break them out? They can literally walk through walls.
What?
They can teleport from one place to another without walking.
You know what? Valid point. I won't break your ass out of prison. Your ass going to break out on your own. And
thank you.
As you're talking,
you anyway.
It's easy as hell.
Oh God.
You hear something that you have never actually heard before in the house. You hear systems armed.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
Text Marshall. The house just said system arm. What WTF?
No response.
Armed with what?
I'm gonna like. I immediately thought like guns, like ceiling.
Lasers.
Some Xavier shit.
Yeah, you cannot say that without us thinking it's like system armed.
Why the fuck do you think I said it, B?
RoboCop.
Like, yeah.
I legitimately
like miniguns just...
Sniper rifles just everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, trained...
Yeah, all of a sudden there are red dots just everywhere on
like
me.
the
No.
Yeah.
Thank you, voice from above.
Yeah. Oh my God.
That's what I expected.
Trouble's gonna go over to the front door.
Okay.
And try to open it.
Immediately as you open it, an alarm starts blaring.
Ah!
Alarm stops.
So I guess that's what that means?
We are not going anywhere?
Do you say you're going to try and open a window?
I'm going to crack open a window on the second floor.
Alarm starts blaring.
We are not going anywhere, it seems.
Great.
Not
so
anticipating.
they can get us here. Great.
What are you worried about? You can literally walk through the wall!
Also, another benefit of having things phase through you is that nothing can harm you because it will go straight through you.
What if they catch me by surprise or have like anti-magic or like can like turn off whatever magic or powers this is? Like
please listen to the morbid fascination rabbit hole that you have thrown yourself down.
Look, I'm just trying to like be safe and come up with possibilities that
True possibilities. I have a name. Alaric Glanville. Does anyone know who that is?
I can Google it. I can ask the Tumblr Coven to see what's up.
Yeah, go ahead. Tumblr Coven.
Real dark to ask your Tumblr Coven.
Tumblr Coven.
And Avery is just gonna like text Quentin, like, have you ever heard of Alaric Glanville?
10.
10? What exactly are you asking your coven?
Hey, bitches! So...
Ritual went off without a hitch.
That ritual was popping. However, does anybody know the name Lorik Granville?
You get a message back, several messages back, slightly confused. This is an individual from the Salem witch trials that used to, one, prosecute witches, but two, wrote a series of novels explaining how paranormal beings are very real and are, connected with the devil and need to be exterminated.
Oh! Reblogs one of those. Oh! This bitch-ass motherfucker. Okay. All right. And I will then lay the information to the group.
Avery, you get a text back pretty rapidly with like 18 question marks.
I just text Quentin, is that bad? I think we have his knife.
Immediately after, you get text in all caps, no spaces. Yes, that's fucking bad. Get rid of it.
Just a whole knife.
The Witchfinder General is after the magical kids of this lovely, lovely Stepford community.
Great. So we've got either an immortal witch hunter or someone who thinks he's a centuries-old witch hunter. Great.
I mean, he could be a ghost. What if he's a ghost possessing someone?
We need to get rid of the knife.
But what if the knife's the only way to, like, perform the ritual to, like, banish Alaric Glanville back to the afterlife?
Well,
could wither him.
Yeah, but then... No, don't draw attention.
That's true.
Look, I'll just, take the knife and teleport to the bridge and throw it in the river.
Why don't we put it into a box?
The fuck not?
We put it into a box and we'll put it away, and then when we
bury
need it
in the backyard and draw a circle of salt around it.
I'm gonna just keep holding the knife in midair.
Could we put the knife
I am doing?
In, like, under your bed with, like, a circle of salt?
No, I would be uncomfortable with that.
Can you put it under my bed with a circle of salt then? Damn.
No one's bed, please?
Where are you guys having this conversation?
In Meg's room. No, actually, yeah, because she went to open up the room, so we're in Meg's room.
Window.
You hear a beep beep, and the front door open, shut immediately. Systems armed. Someone walk directly beeline. You hear a slight boop of the key card, and Marshall's door open and shut immediately.
Oh, guess who the fuck's home?
To the door.
Knock, knock, knock. Your camera just shook. We didn't really actually hear anything.
Oh. I just knocked.
So is Meg still upstairs? Where is everyone? Trouble went downstairs. Where's everyone else?
Avery is just in their room eating peach rings.
Meg is upstairs holding the knife because nobody gonna get this fucking knife. I refuse.
Where's Clay?
The next thing that I would do would be to store the knife in my bra, but that feels dangerous, so I'm not gonna do that.
That feels that you're gonna lose a titty at that point, and we don't want that.
Exactly.
Get some of that blood mixed in with titty sweat, and it's just not good.
I didn't need any of those words to be strung together.
Where the fuck are you? Let's get away from this round of conversation. Where are you?
Clay would have started to follow Trouble, but then kind of like stopped at the top of the stairs and is kind of like leaning over, looking to see, kind of listening to what's happening.
Trouble, as you knock on the door, it is not Marshall who is in there. You hear the distinct voice of Miss Cassandra Williams, the house resident quote unquote therapist and admin. You just hear a 1 minute, and then a couple seconds later she opens the door.
You're here late.
She looks at her watch. Seems I am.
Avery comes downstairs.
Marshall's not, so what's going on?
Marshall asked me to come check in on you. He is dealing with the police right now.
Oh. Thank you, because I really need an adult right now.
And she immediately look of concern. What's wrong? And then she offers, opens up and then pauses and goes, no, Marshall will be fine with us having a talk in his office. Let's step in.
Okay.
She immediately closes the door behind Avery, pushes off a bunch of books from the lone other chair in Marshall's office, and gently pats it.
Well, you know how we got to go to the hospital because Marshall told us to apologize to a kid that Clay accidentally beat up because somebody was bad-mouthing Trouble. And then while we were in the hospital, Meg cured the kid, I guess. But then when we got back to the house, we got in trouble. Well, we got in trouble at the hospital. It's been a long day. How much have you heard?
Not a lot. Enough to know that there might be some high tensions around here.
Yeah, we kind of pissed off hospital security, and then there was cops or FBI or CIA or something who came and interviewed us. And after I told them about what Mick did at the hospital, they all left, and it was very suspicious, and I'm very concerned for all of our safety. And apparently there's a kid got run over from the high school, and I knew him.
She pulls out a couple of workbooks, anxiety workbooks, and hands them to you. She's not the best therapist. It's a lot of here, do this shit on your own, kind of thing. And she gently puts them on your lap and is like, I think these will really help.
I'm screaming. That is the funniest thing I've ever heard. Oh,
as a real therapist, I know what bad therapists are. It's fine.
Yeah.
That's not
yeah,
me,
Avery just kind of accepts the books and just backs out of the office. Is thank you for caring.
And then as you're leaving, she goes to log into Marshall's computer to look at security footage from the past couple of days.
Oh,
you've been unsupervised for a while, so she's concerned about your well-being. Probably also why the security system went off. And she ushers you out and closes the door.
Avery just turns around and is she's looking at the security. Where's Blaine?
Trouble goes up and knocks on the door again.
She opens the door once more and looks. Can I help you?
Yeah, I think I need counseling right now. I'm just really dealing well with the fact that my dad hit that kid and he died right in front of me, and it's just a lot to be dealing with, and I'm just...
She kind of looks over to Avery and goes, well, maybe Avery can share some of her workbooks with you. I'm sure it'll be helpful.
I just need to talk to someone. You're an adult.
Why don't you roll to turn her on and see if she will agree to counsel you while this shit show's going down?
11.
Okay. Do you want her to do as you wish, or do you want to string on her?
to do as I wish, which would be to come out
Let you
here.
in. Oh, to come out? Sure.
To come out, as I I'm still weeping into my hands, but so she's on one side of me, on the other side are those two, and I just make the look go in.
She begins to kind of console you and walk you through your feelings and how it's okay, you're not the one who did it, all of this. Meg, are you heading straight into the room?
I'm yes, as I've come downstairs upon hearing the knocks, the multiple knocks. Hearing multiple of those, I've come downstairs. I'm like, okay.
You see the door to Marshall's office open, and Miss Cassandra Williams, comforting, in a very loose term, comforting Trouble.
Let the hacking commence, darling. Let the hacking commence, darling. Using all of the Tumblr witchery, because I'm presuming also Tumblr witches are hackers. That no one can tell me otherwise. I'm presuming that's just true.
Why don't you go and roll dark for me?
Fabulous. I've rolled dark a bunch today, and
doing a bunch of dark and shady shit.
Well, okay. The whole time, including now where it's an 8.
Partial success. So normally when you roll dark to gaze into the abyss, you can ask a question. I'm going to give you a partial success option. You can delete all of the video footage, but make it very obvious that someone who was not Marshall or Miss Williams was on this computer, or you delete some of the footage, but do it in a way that it seems as though this was just a weird mishap, that the computer just happened to delete this.
Because I'm a messy, messy bitch. I want it to be the first one.
All right, you delete all of it, and it is very obvious that you are, or someone who isn't administration has done this.
I am perfectly fine if I am caught in the middle of doing this. Just to state that if that is one of the ways in which this is obvious, I am perfectly willing for that to be the case.
No, but it will come back later.
Fabulous. I am a criminal.
Are you doing anything else while in the office?
Kind of want to grab. What did he take before? I forgot what he took before.
He took a lot of random shit. So anything that could have been anything that could have been in your room that could have given away witchy vibes, he probably would have taken. Anything from Trouble, he took away all of Trouble's outfits. I don't think he managed to take anything from Clay or Avery, but I know he also took some Faye stuff from Mab.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to. What did Trouble have the outfits in? Was it a suitcase or?
It was a bag.
Okay. I'm gonna just grab that bag real quick on the way out. Just bring that.
Bring it with you?
Up the stairs.
Okay. Trouble, you notice Meg make her way in and swiftly out of the room.
And wink.
Thank you, Miss Williams, for just sitting with me and talking. I'm gonna take what you said and I'm gonna try to apply it upstairs. Thank you for being so patient.
She looks and gives you a slight Christian side hug, because any other hug would be inappropriate, and then heads back into Marshall's office.
That BAFTA is mine.
Fucking BAFTA.
I go up to Meg. I'm just like, did you delete the footage?
Oh yes. And for you, sweetie, I did you one better. Hey.
Oh, thank you. Oh, this is wonderful. And I'm going to get 2 other ones very, very soon. Oh.
Well, you're welcome.
So pretty soon after Miss Williams has finished whatever she was doing in Marshall's office, probably because there is a lack of video, it doesn't take very long. She exits his office, makes sure the door is closed and locked via keycard, undoes the security system, heads out, and then redoes the security system. As she's leaving, she kind of calls to the rest of you, just letting you know that Marshall should be home sometime within the hour. And more than likely, he's going to be very tired and maybe a little pissed, so to stay away from him.
Well,
thanks for the heads up.
I think it's well past our bedtimes, everyone. So why don't we all get our beauty sleep and we can deal with this other homework in the morning?
I think that's a safe bet. Safe plan of action overall. See why we shouldn't.
Oh, and I, hand my bag back to Meg. Perhaps you could put the other thing in there, just in case people get ideas.
Yes. Very dramatic. Very extra dramatic. Pops it in the bag.
Before you all...
Another thing. So, it's gonna just pop... Well, at this point, are we in the hallway or in the room?
In the hallway.
The hallway. Fabulous. So, Meg's gonna pop to her room. And not only is Meg gonna put in dagger, Meg's gonna put in there also 2 random items from the dresser. One from Meg's dresser and one Map's dresser. Well, it's gonna pop those 2 items in there. You can do with them what you will.
Before you all head off to bed for the evening, is there anything anyone would like to do before going to sleep? We'll start with Clay. Is there anything you'd like to do before going to bed?
See, today has been very interesting. He learned that everybody has magic. He learned that his childhood may be a little more fucked up than he thought. Today was just a big old learning experience for our boy. So,
you also learned that your bully is dead.
Yeah, that's true. I thought you were talking about the kid I put in the hospital for a second. I was like, damn.
No, your actual bully.
Yeah. I remember that. That was, because Clay still saw value in life with this individual. So for that life to be taken is saddening to Clay, but they weren't close or anything. So I think he's really just gonna go downstairs into the kitchen and just he's gonna make a sandwich, but not even if anyone comes down, they just see him staring off into space right now, sandwich untouched, because he's doing a lot of thinking about it.
Avery, what are you doing before bed, if anything?
Avery actually collects their stuff and kind of shoves it all into a corner of the room, and is just doing a mental inventory to see if anything important actually was taken. Because what about Megara?
I thought Meg just took something from... Was it Mab and Blaine, or was it Mab and Avery that you took stuff from?
Oh, it was a good old Meg and Mab.
Okay.
An item of mine, an item Mab's.
Okay. So nothing of yours has been taken.
I missed that. Okay.
No.
And then they just hide under the covers with... Sorry, that was me, the player, unintentionally blaming Meg
Oh no,
for something they
this
didn't
is
do.
fine. This is fine. The logic behind this slightly is we've already seen what happens with a duplicate of you. Figure as a just general token of friendship, and also possibly to get us out of some tricky ass situations later. Here you are. There are items with which to fake we are present, or maybe not present.
So Avery, you're just kind of cuddled up in the corner?
In their bed.
Okay.
They moved their bed into the corner.
Gotcha. You've no push with the skirt of pushing the bed up into the corner. Trouble, are you doing anything before you head to bed?
I have a little box that I'm gonna throw the jewelry in. You know, like those Bible case boxes? There's no Bible in it. He just kind of stores random odds and ends in there. Just takes all the odds and ends out, puts in the dagger, and just kind of sprinkles some salt on it. No.
It's pink Himalayan sea salt. I don't know why, but I know that is true.
He's going to clean the blade off first, very carefully. And we're talking like soap and I don't know if soap hurts blades, but whatever. Soap and water. A little, like, dip it in some bleach. Swish it around, get rid of forensic evidence.
Can you roll dark for me?
Oh, son of a bitch.
Just bleaching a knife. Just casual bleaching.
You see suddenly flashes of images in your mind. You see images of Jake running in front of you, panting heavily, pushing through thickets of woods, jumping through bushes. He occasionally looks back at you, his eyes wide with fear. You can see that there's a heavy, like a stab wound already, like heavily bleeding from his back. He's beginning to pant, he's beginning to struggle to breathe. And as you head up to almost a clearing in these woods, you see a black Escalade come out from nowhere and hit Jake. You then see the images of you standing in front of Jake having a conversation, and then the vision goes black.
Oh no. And right, old boy, we are not Avery. We just put on their clothes. We are not going to fall to pieces right now. The thing saw us. The thing saw us. The thing saw us. We're going to breathe because we are going to get through this. We are a goddamn star. And a star is not taken off the stage by some skulking in the shadows understudy. Dry off the blade, get a bag of salt and put it into it. Just all of the salt. Put it into my box.
Ounce of salt in this household.
And just, like, stash it in my underwear drawer.
All right. Meg, is there anything, final things you would like to do before bed?
I watch some strange Aeons videos.
There you go.
That's all Meg's gonna do before bed.
As you all drift into an extremely restless sleep, you are woken up once again by the crack of dawn call from Marshall. The same tried and true, good morning, come downstairs for breakfast, I have it prepared for you. In addition to the fact we have some guests this morning.
Are Mab and Blaine back?
No.
Is Marshall acting like this is normal?
Marshall doesn't seem to know right at this moment.
Who are our guests?
You'll know when you go downstairs.
Oh, well, I think this is like the first night in a very long time that Trouble does not go through the beauty regimen. It's just like shower, get hair in some semblance of order, and go downstairs.
With Trouble being the first individual to go downstairs, you see two people with their backs to you sitting at the table, both girls. Marshall seems tired. He seems pretty exhausted, but other than that, kind of his same old kind of chipper self. He puts down traditional breakfast. Trouble, as you turn the corner, you are now face to face with Vivian Eastman and Daisy Smith. Vivian Eastman happens to be the girl who had to be replaced due to an unfortunate kneecapping incident in theater. Daisy Smith happens to be the head of the occult research club at school.
Look at Vivian. Vivian, you seem to be... You got here, I'm assuming you're walking again?
She kind of like lightheartedly points over to some crutches that are on the side.
Yes, you would need assistance to keep you up, especially with all those flat notes.
Marshall immediately glares. That is not a tone we will take with our guests, Trouble.
Well, I'll just leave the unspoken thing about tones not taken. Why is the queen of the occult here?
Marshall eyebrows immediately furrow. What are you talking about, Trouble?
She knows what I'm talking about.
Daisy Smith is... If preppy goth is a thing, that is Daisy Smith. Oof. She has like piercing bright blue eyes, always constantly wearing black lipstick. She has like 6 or 7 books stacked next to her, all of which seem to be journals, and looks up at you and just goes, I'm here to help Marshall. He asked for assistance, so that's what I'm here for.
And it is slow swivel.
Have the rest of you made your way downstairs yet?
I have.
Yeah. Avery couldn't really sleep all that well, so they just stumbled downstairs shortly after Trouble.
The soothing, rhythmic chewing Clay is background noise right now. Enjoying his mountain of breakfast.
Help with what, Marshall?
Well, unfortunately, after several less than great incidents with the police, I thought it would be useful to have some of your fellow... I don't want to say fellow youths, that makes me sound really old. Some, younger individuals hang out with you guys, make sure you don't get into trouble, maybe do some things outside of what you normally do to keep you out of, me having to be at the police station till 2 in the morning, huh?
Where's Blaine and Matt?
They're in hell, remember? I don't know why you keep asking this question.
To my knowledge, Blaine and Matt are still asleep, but I could go check on them if they're not asleep.
You don't need to check on them. They're fine. They had a rough night after the whole, Jake Richards dying incident. They needed a little time to compose themselves and give them some issue.
Trouble, this is important.
What? Please, just remember they are not feeling well, Avery, and sometimes it's better to just not say things, even if you want to say things, because sometimes they need to get themselves together.
Important. Trouble, shut up for once in your life.
Roll to shut someone down. Roll to shut Trouble down.
8.
8. Mixed success. You can choose one of the following, but come across poorly. Trouble giving you a condition in return. Trouble can lose a string on you. If Trouble does not have a string, you can gain a string on him. You can give Trouble a condition as well, or take one forward.
If Trouble has any strings on me, I'd like him to lose one.
I have no strings.
Then I will
Would
gain
you like
one
to...
on... Yeah.
On Trouble? Alright.
Yeah.
What is the condition you give Avery, Trouble?
And I just say, you anal retentive busybody. Let's try
anal retentive busybody.
Let's try and remember that our friends need their rest.
Yeah, well, if they're in the woods dead because you didn't tell Marshall that they're missing, then yeah, they'll be resting.
Marshall immediately looks to you, Avery, panic. Explain, please, quickly.
Look, Blaine went outside to smash the computers last night, right? And then Mab went to check on him, and they're both missing. And I think just with all the things going on and like kids getting stabbed in the woods,
Marshall is gone. Marshall has left. He has literally run out the fucking door.
The one thing I was trying to avoid has now come to pass. So, by the way, when Mab and Blaine get an earful for being missing from the house overnight, you are the one who gets to talk to them. And I will make it known I tried to cover it.
I will take that. Whatever. As long as they're not, like, dead. Trouble.
Okay, literally. Son of the devil?
Yeah, and, you know, like I said, we don't know what tools they have.
Well, we have one of them.
You see Daisy Smith writing fervently in her notebook. Just like if the pen could create smoke, she would be writing that fast.
Can I gain an integrity for doing something important?
Yes.
Thank you.
Can I
yes, Meg.
Light paper on fire? Not magically. Literally just with matches.
Why don't you roll volatile?
Happily. I will happily roll volatile. I have fucking failed. It is a 5.
You grab some matches and go to like light it up. Daisy grabs her book, shuts it closed, and just smacks the match out of your hand with her notebook. I prefer you not touch my notebooks, thank you.
I prefer you not be spying on a bitch.
I was asked to be here, actually. So here I am.
Note-taking people in our house is a thing that you just think is fine, huh?
I'm a very analytical person, and I like to take notes for observations.
What do I remember about Daisy?
She is very much into the occult and has always kind of like radiated towards the 6 of you from when like any kind of chance she got in interaction. She always found this home very interesting as well.
Oh. That little bit of information. Oh, chaos. Chaos indeed.
So, I'm confused. How did you two get roped into being our chaperones?
Marshall asked us to do it. Well, technically he asked a lot of people to do it, but no one really wanted to deal with you, so here we are.
I mean, that's fair. We're kind of like broken
perfectly fine. Avery.
Well, when you have reputations of, and she kind of looks over at Vivian and then looks back at Trouble, a lot of people tend to not want to hang out with you.
But you know what?
I think that's fair.
It is. It's also their loss because we are kind of really cool. Like
You did just try and light my notebooks on fire, so I don't really appreciate that.
Only because you were note-taking in our private home. But whatever, fine. However, to that end, as an apology or whatever. Can I show you something real quick? Just a little
Roll to
sneaky
turn
little
her on
fun
to get
trick
her to
between
do what
gals.
you want.
Oh
Roll hot.
boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Got this.
That's better.
Yeah,
I
she'll
was
come with you.
hoping for. Oh shit, okay. Cool. So, you're like super into the occult. And so am I. It's like totally like a hobby or whatever. I don't know if you've like gone on to like I'm trying to come up with something other than
Witch Tumblr?
Yeah, I'm trying to think specifically of what, we'll go with witch talk. That's what we'll do instead.
Witch talk.
TikTok.
Nice.
Witch TikTok. A thing that I have actually been on and seen. So I saw this like really wild thing on witch TikTok. I can totally forward it to you later. But apparently can like show you some shit. And I don't know. I figured if you're like into the occult, you like might want to try it. What do you think?
And she is like immediately has like pulled out her phone and is ready to put your number or either give you her number so you can send it to her or vice versa.
Ooh, okay. I will absolutely give you my number if we can try the thing now. What do you think?
Okay. And she's like a little skeptical, but is still willing.
Fabulous. I'm going to cast illusions on this bitch.
I knew where that was going. What are the illusions?
Let's go with false prophecies because that sounds fun to me.
All right. Roll dark.
Oh god. Of course this is where this was going. What? Okay. Wait, roll dark. Oh, fuck. Okay,
Yeah.
never mind. That's a 7. Ha.
7.
Ha.
7. It works, but you have to choose one. Casting does you 1 harm. The hex has weird side effects, or you trigger your darkest self.
Okay. Well, I gotta look at my darkest self for a quick second.
You've already been kind of playing her in her darkest self. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I have. Oh wow, I'm just a terrible person. It's fine. So we're gonna go that then.
Okay. Meg, as you begin to chant and look her in the eyes, you feel something genuinely evil clutch onto your soul. Can you read your darkest self out for the audience, please?
Yes. Time for subtlety and patience is over. You're too powerful to put up with their garbage any longer. Hex anyone who slights you. All of your hexes have unexpected side effects and are more effective than you are comfortable with. Escape your darkest self, you must offer peace to the one who has hurt you the most.
To the one you have hurt the most. So someone that you...
To the one you have hurt the most.
Avery, to the one that you have hurt the most. Meg, you don't have time for anyone's bullshit anymore. The moment you feel as though someone is even thinking about disrespecting you, you must cast a hex. And I will tell you how it is unexpected and more powerful than you think.
I'm so ready for this, and I'm very here for it. I'm here for the chaos. I'm here for darkness. I'm here to cause some injury.
Immediately after you cast this hex, she kind of like reels back, blinking her eyes, and then begins to kind of she runs downstairs very quickly and starts pouring through all of her notebooks, clearly looking for something.
Mega's just still back in that other room, just laughing it up.
Y'all hear Meg evil bitch laugh from like halfway across the house.
Oh, that's not good. So
what did you do?
I think I want some eggs. The evil bitch in me just desires eggs.
See,
I too eat the children of my enemies after I've cursed them.
The unborn.
The enemy of chickens.
You see Daisy now having 4, like on the floor. She now has 4 books open, and is mumbling to herself about a connection she has now made between the first deceased individual in your household or in the town and the second deceased individual in your town.
Avery's shoulder surfing that shit.
Daisy is mumbling to herself very quickly about the fact or about the beliefs that both of these individuals were in fact supernatural. She'd been following them for a while, and this is very clearly something that has been foretold, something that has been prophesized before, that something or someone is coming to cull the world of anything supernatural. And this is just the beginning.
I don't like that. I don't like that one bit.
You see in the notebooks, as you look, that underneath Jake Richards' name are very detailed notes about werewolves, as with Benjamin Reed.
Oh shit. And I'm just Avery is just like Daisy, shake your shoulder.
She like looks up at you and her eyes go wide, and she just looks at you, then to Clay, then to Trouble, and goes, "They're coming for you next. They're coming for you next. They're gonna get you too. You're one of them. You're one of them." And she just leaves all of her books and sprints straight out of the house.
Oh,
Thing 1 is solved.
Did make 2?
Well, I mean, at least you still have all of her books, and oh dear.
Yeah, but this is not good. This is like if she's even half right, like that's just not good.
Didn't we already know that last night? Hold on.
No.
Before you answer, Vivian. Why are you here?
I was told to watch you.
Bitch, I broke your kneecaps. Why are you here?
I was told to watch you, and I want to help Marshall. I don't appreciate that language you're using. And you can see, like, obviously, she's wearing, like, very modest clothing. Around her neck is a very beautiful, like, silver crucifix. She is pretty princess goody two-shoes. Like, she still wears the socks, the, like, ankle socks that have the lace around the top. You know the socks I'm talking about, right?
That is a no, ma'am.
I already
that is
bitch, but that's
absolutely not. You don't understand. I pulled a full Tanya Harding on you. You shouldn't even be in the same state as me right now. So why are you here?
I don't appreciate being threatened. And I do recognize that you hit me. I do recognize that you hit me, and I'm willing to forgive you.
I vote you do it again.
She kind of like looks at you and just goes, "That's not very nice. I really don't appreciate that, even if it is a joke."
Yeah, how about no?
You really don't understand her sense of humor. So, anyways, why don't you just...
Pretty sure that was not a joke.
Go after Daisy, because I'm pretty sure you need a partner to handle all... Well, there's currently 4 of us here, but there will be 6 soon. I'm sure that
I really would, but also Marshall's not here, so I don't want to leave without Marshall giving me permission, so I'm gonna stay.
All right,
I appreciate the offer, though.
Look here, Bride of Jesus. I'm going to need you to, like, remove yourself from the vicinity. There are more important things to deal with than your Jesus freaky, like, lolicon ass, okay? I'm out of here.
Roll to shut someone down.
Yes.
Christ.
I really hope you get a mixed success so she can give you a Fucking damn it, I wanted her to give you a condition. She kind of looks at you and seems genuinely hurt. Since you are rolling to shut her down, as opposed to, turn her on to get her to do something, she doesn't have a string on you. You can gain a string on her. You can give her a condition, or you can take one forward.
I'll just take that string on Vivian.
Okay.
So
she looks at you and she's like, "That I really don't appreciate you talking to me like that."
I don't appreciate the fact that you don't dress like a grown adult.
I actually think I dress pretty modestly, but thank you.
You have on child socks.
She looks down at her socks.
Child sock shoes on. They are for children. You are what, 16 going on 17?
Yeah.
I love that song.
Thank you.
Just from side.
I'm not saying you can't wear fun socks, but those are the socks that people who have particular proclivities that they shouldn't have towards children like to see.
Trouble. Timothy, I know you're going through a lot right now and have been going through a lot right now. And I understand that means you're going to lash out at people. But whatever you say isn't going to hurt me because I know deep down you really do care.
Okay, bitch, hold on a second.
Did you curse her, please?
My friend might not hurt you. But bitch, I will. I absolutely will.
I actually have to roll to keep my cool
I will
on
do
that
it
one.
right now.
You're gonna roll when she called you Timothy?
She called me Timothy. Oop,
Avery's
okay,
been
11.
picking up Daisy's journals.
It was also the moment when she called you Timothy was the moment in which I was like, might just need to hurt this bitch.
On a 10 and up, you can keep your cool and gain insight. You can ask me a question about the situation and take one forward.
Do I get the sense there is an ulterior motive to her actions?
No.
She's just
her actions. No, she's just this bitch.
Ew.
Oof.
I can't be surrounded by actual, goodness and selflessness and genuine positivity right now. There's a murder to... What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna look through Daisy's journals and see what she knows about anybody else in town and, try to get them to a safe place, too.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea for you.
Here?
You can see as you're, kind of having this conversation about maybe the occult, Vivian is getting very upset. She's getting very uncomfortable because this is not something she is comfortable with. You can see that she grabs onto her crucifix cross and begins mumbling a little bit of a prayer underneath her breath.
Oh yeah, you didn't know the Witchfinder General's back and is here to kill all of the evil supernatural people.
Those
all the deviants and witches, all the demons, and all other manner of terrible creatures of the night. Yes, the bringer of light and justice, Alaric Glanville, is ready to come and swing a scythe of justice to take off the heads of the unbelievers and the
Well, I'm gonna have to stop you right there. The only person who could actually save any of us from any demons would be Jesus. But if that's what you mean, I don't necessarily know if he's here yet. I don't think so, because none of the really signs that have been said in the Bible about his second coming have really come. But I also am very concerned that you are all talking about the occult and going into it. Would you like to come with me to my Bible study? I can definitely have a prayer said for each of you.
I appreciate that, but no, thank you.
Egg is going to stand up. I'm presuming this bitch is still in her seat. Does her seat have them handles on the side?
Yeah.
Fabulous. It's gonna lean into this woman, holding them handles. Bitch, you don't get the fuck out of this house? I swear on everything unholy, ungodly, I will cause you some form of harm. It will not be pleasant. It will not be nice. It will be swift. It will be painful. Can prevent this by leaving.
As you are leaning straight into her face, you hear a from behind you at the door. Marshall has made his glorious return. Meg, is there a reason we're towering over our guest?
Yes, because I hate this bitch and she just tried to convert me to Christianity.
Language, first off. I understand we all have differences in opinions when it comes to religion, but that doesn't mean you get to threaten our guests. Could you please step back? One. Two.
Not this man counting. Oh, okay.
Are you gonna let him get to 3?
No, because I'm going to cast Wither on him.
You're gonna cast Wither on him.
Yes, utilizing the thing that I stole from him previously.
His flask? Okay. Go ahead and roll dark.
These are decisions. Decisions are being made. With violence.
Really, really wanted you to let him get to 3.
I know.
Oh boy, it was fun. I had a good plan for 3. So you rolled, what did you roll?
That was a, hold on a sec. A minute. That was a 7 + 1. No, that's an 8.
Okay, with 8, since your hex already casts a weird side effect because you are in your darkest self, and because you are in your darkest self, as you go to cast this on Marshall, you can feel sharp stabbing pain in your chest, something that you've never felt before. It is almost to the point where it would knock you to your knees. You take 1 harm from casting this on Marshall. You watch as Marshall's form begins to age. You can see the wrinkles become deeper. You can see his hair become much more gray. You can see just his form was once somewhat muscular become a lot more weaker. However, this hex has gone awry. As you see his form begin to shift and become weaker, it almost ricochets and bounces back. He once older and more decrepit becomes younger, more muscular, more attractive. He, though once was a 45, 50-year-old man, looks to be in his mid-20s now.
God damn it, I made him hotter.
He kind of he does not register this at all, but Vivian's eyes go wide. She squirms past you, grabs her crutches, and if speed crutching was a goddamn Olympic sport, that bitch would win. As she's crutching out of the house, just yells, "I'll pray for all of you!" and heads her merry ass down the driveway.
Please do, we need it.
To business. God. Wow. Oh. Decisions were
Marshall
made.
turns to look towards you, Meg. I would appreciate it if you went upstairs to your room.
I'm sure you would. You're welcome for the facelift.
He looks very confused, obviously not knowing what has occurred.
Marshall, do you like Malort?
Do you get hot all of a sudden?
Do you like Malort? I mean,
I'm incredibly uncomfortable with this.
Have you ever had a sip of alcohol ever?
Yeah, I did have a bit of a party streak when I was in college. Of course, once I was 21, but...
you look like you definitely could throw a rager. So...
trouble.
So, I happened to notice that you had, a little flask.
Avery takes all of Daisy's journals and just leaves upstairs.
Yeah, up the stairs.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. Are you okay?
I mean, there was a flask in your office. Just happened to see it when.
Why were you in my office?
Miss Williams.
Why were you going through my desk?
I wasn't going through your desk. It was Miss Williams going through your desk. And I'm using a little bird told me.
Okay.
That move is when you blab vicious lies about someone behind their back, roll with cold.
Okay. Roll with cold.
Rolling with cold.
Blab those vicious lies, bitch. Oof. What happens on a failure with that move?
It doesn't say.
Okay.
It just says that on a 7 and up, so on a 10 up I give a condition, on a 7 up I give a condition, but some don't believe me and I get the condition liar.
So my guess is he doesn't believe you.
Yeah.
He kind of looks at you, crosses his arms. You can see that what once wasn't a very filled out kind of large sweater is now a filled out large sweater on his arms. He crosses his arms and looks very disappointed at you.
Could you just tell me I'm a bad boy, Marshall?
I'm sorry. I apologize for screaming directly at everybody's ear.
You were channeling what all of us are feeling right now. Bless you.
Marshall looks at you very confused.
You just I've never seen you look so good in a sweater before. I didn't realize a sweater could look that good on a person. You should go look in the mirror. I don't think you've seen yourself in it. I think you've seen yourself in a whole new light. I
want to address you stealing a flask from my desk first.
I do not have a flask on me. You may search all of my belongings. I do not
Who found the flask, actually?
Fine. Mab and Blaine found it, and they kind of went off drinking your flask.
I'm sorry, they drank it?
They drank from the flask. Was that a bad thing?
Well, it's not my flask, so I'm not quite sure what's in it. I confiscated it.
From whom?
One of your, I guess not classmates anymore, but previous classmates. I found them out in the woods, getting drunk and high, and I confiscated it from them.
Oh, hey.
I have no idea what was in that flask. I found the flask yesterday afternoon.
No.
That's so... That's so wonderful. But like I said, you should check the mirror, because, like, who? Huh.
And he, like, walks into a bathroom for a minute, and then you just hear, for the first time, Marshall swear. You hear him scream, "What the fuck?" as he looks at himself in the mirror.
Oh, yes. Those are the exact words I want to hear you say later, Marshall.
Mab, not Mab. Why is Mab in my head? Avery, what are you looking for in those books?
Who else, among our peers is potentially supernatural, aside from the two werewolves?
Oh boy, let me tell you. You see the names in your book. Benjamin Reed, werewolf. Frank Newton, Cerberus. Jake Richard, werewolf. Veronica Dubois, succubus. And your cousin, listed as a witch.
No!
You also recognize, just for those of you who didn't make the connection, Veronica Dubois is one of Blaine's cronies.
Oh yeah, that does make sense, and I totally knew that already, actually.
Yeah, I mean, the connection was there, it just needed to be reiterated. It has a pretty substantial list of individuals with what they are, what their known powers have been, as well as weaknesses, and what could potentially kill them.
Does she have anything on me in there?
There's very little on you. There's very little on the 6 of you.
Okay.
a lot of just like question mark or like, you know, theories and then question marks and things crossed out. Yeah. But those names that I have listed are all very solidified, as though she knows exactly.
Okay. Cerberus? And Avery just starts cross-referencing with the book that Quentin gave her, and she texts, well, before that, she texts him, and she says, one of my classmates knows you're a witch.
You get a text back almost immediately. How?
It's Daisy. She's been obsessed since we were in middle school together. She's head of the club, and she just noticed, I guess. I've got her notebooks.
Are you sure it's hers?
100%.
What is her name again?
Daisy Smith.
And then you just get like the ... and then it goes away as though he's typing, and then the ... and then it goes away. I don't think that's who it actually is the next text you get.
And hyperventilating again. You're just breathing, just like... They're just W space T space H.
You get several texts in a row of, do you know where she is? Do you know where she went? Are you safe? If she comes back, do not talk to her.
I'm at the home. Daisy ran out because Megara hexed her, I think. She was mumbling about prophecies, and I will do exactly that. Thank you. And then grimacing face, screaming face, just like a bunch of emojis like expressing Avery's internal state.
The last text you receive is a picture of a coffee cup with the name Daisy written on it, and a follow-up text saying, shit, she's here. And that is where we are going to end our session for tonight. Thank you so much for joining me this evening and letting me end on such a lovely, lovely cliffhanger for a whole month. I'm going to go around, have everyone go around the table, introduce themselves, tell us where we can find you, and tell us what your favorite part of tonight was. I'm gonna start reverse. So, Barty, why don't you tell us who you are, where we can find you, what your favorite part was, huh?
Buddy, I'm Barty Time. I had a lot of fun, and I love Monster Hearts so much. I love this game. I love these people. I love this game. You can find me on Twitter at Barty Time. At Barty Time. I'm a very poor tweeter, so yeah, I'm not addicted to the Bird app. So, but I'll answer any messages if you send them. And yeah, my favorite part. Ooh, buddy. Tonight was a good one. I think my favorite part is Meg's and Trouble's newfound friendship and respect for one another.
Because you're both the fucking worst, or
we are the best fucking people. Just because the rest of you cannot handle
a terrible person, but
just because you cannot handle this level of brilliance, talent, charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent all wrapped up into these wonderful packages, that's not my fault.
So all those things that spell cunt?
I mean, listen, bitch is just, a boss in total control of herself, okay? So.
All right, moving on from that, Nora, Avery, why don't you tell us who you are, where you can find you, and what your favorite part of the night was?
Hi, I'm Nora, also known as Azedadine. You can find me at twitch.tv/Azedadine because I streamed again this week and I'm proud of myself.
Yay!
Please give me a follow. And also, I play a sassy elf bard on Cornfields and Kobolds, a podcast where we are learning the value of friendship and how bad cultists are.
You're learning that here too. It's okay.
Okay, fair. Yeah, multiple places reinforcing those lessons. And on Sparrows, most Friday nights. Yeah, and I'm having a blast. But I will be next week on Thursday with the Dreams of Silver and Stone crew, doing a crossover episode. Yeah. And probably introducing new people to the wonderfulness that is Clarion Bell, which I'm excited for. My favorite part of tonight was all of it. Can I say that?
Yeah, sure. That's a cop-out, but okay, I'll take it.
That's the pageant answer.
Exactly.
Well, I liked it when Avery stood up to trouble, but also I liked it when Clay and Avery had a little talk. And
the beans.
I just love all of Megara. Just everything, like the accepting the chaos. So yeah, like everything.
All right. Moving on to our resident darkest self, Demon Witch, Meg, JV. Tell us who you are, where we can find you, and your favorite part.
You can find me at Red, Black, Golden, pretty much everywhere. Black being spelled BLAQUE. I am on Twitter. I'm sad to say I'm wrapping my tarot podcast relatively soon. It is just because I have ADHD, and that's simply how podcasting works, where my brain will love a thing for a very long period of time and then suddenly want to end it. And so there are a couple more episodes of that that'll be coming out, and then that will be wrapping, and then I'll be on to something else. It might be a game show, possibly. Who knows? I haven't figured that out yet. Hosting a trivia show is exactly a thing that I want to do, so I'm going to try to figure out how the hell to do that. So when eventually that does happen, eventually at some point in the future, whatever, you'll be able to see that and hear about it and learn more about that when it comes up. Anyway, but as of right now, not doing a whole hell of a lot for mental health reasons. Yeah. My favorite thing of tonight, just oh god, I love everything about this. All of this is unhinged, but I think very specifically, I love Trouble so much. I just really do. And oh god, I do, and I'm just very pleased with how this whole thing went. This has made me so happy and made me personally feel less unhinged. That's what I like about Meg existing in this realm, is that
Therapy.
I become less unhinged. Yeah. I am excited to tell my therapist about this in exactly 12 hours.
Hey. All right. And last but certainly not least, bees.
What is up, everyone? Big B's here. I am a variety streamer, voice actor, pixel artist, and TTRPG enthusiast. You can catch me here most Mondays for the Tie and Bees Power Hour, and Saturdays for the Unremarkables. And thankfully at least once a month with Monster Hearts here. Should be a weekly thing, but it's all right. No, pretty much. See, there you go.
Producer says Wednesdays are
open. Pretty much, I was doing streams during the day, weekdays, but since I started classes again, I might be putting a pause on those. I do actually wonderful thing. The Kickstarter for Iron Edda was finally fully funded. We hit the goal. So there will be a live play on the One Shot Network that I will be playing in, demonstrating that system, and it's gonna be so good. So keep an eye out for that. Yeah, I mean, I got a lot of stuff in the works because unlike JV, I don't stop for mental health things. I'm just like, it's fine, and pile some more on my plate. So, until everything crashes and burns. But yeah, but I think that's about it, pretty much. Yeah, love your faces.
What was your favorite part of this?
Oh, favorite part.
Bees.
I think it was the continuous roundabout trip among aboard the SS Sass Express. That was just fantastic. Just Trouble and Meg. It's just sass from every angle. Like you can swim through that shade. It is amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That is true. All right, and I am Anna, also known as Sanctum Cosplays. I have been your Master of Ceremonies or your caretaker this evening. You can find me just here all Thursdays, except for next week. I too am part of the crossover episode, so I will be actually streaming on Friday with Sparrows as opposed to my regular Thursdays. Oh boy, I have already pre-planned several things with both Rob and Ty. Not necessarily planned, but have made them aware of things that I'm already kind of regretting deep inside my soul. So it'll be fine. It'll be a great time. It won't be manipulated in any way. So come check us out on Friday. It'll be a great time. Ha 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 ha. My favorite part of this episode, I love Daisy. I was waiting for the best time to bring Daisy out, and it happened to be now, and she's just great. And boy, she gonna make your lives a living hell.
Thanks.
You're welcome. I also really appreciate each and every one of these players. I will miss Steven and Shannon so much, but they will be back hopefully next time, which is November 18th. That is the next time you will see our lovely faces streaming, is November